What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Drive New Hampshire. Today I'm driving what could be the best first car for car enthusiasts to get into the car scene. Did I mention car? This is the 2004 and a half for you diehard Volkswagen fans, Volkswagen Jetta GLI 20th Anniversary Edition. And today I'm going to be talking about its features and its performance statistics, and then we're going to take it out on the road and see how it does. Big special thank you to my buddy Ant for letting me do this review on his car. His Instagram is vslowgli. I'll include a link somewhere around here and down in the description below. Hatchbacks, such as the Volkswagen Golf, work for the rest of the world. They are small, compact, and have enough spare room to fulfill their wildest dreams. Here in America, we're a bit pickier and a bit fatter. We just have some fetish with a covered metal lockable compartment welded to the back of our vehicles. So while the rest of the world makes Volkswagen's top seller the Golf, here in America, the Jetta tops the charts. And in the year 2004, and a half if you're a diehard Volkswagen fan, this was one of the best. This Jetta GLI is the 20th Anniversary Edition, made to celebrate the 20 years Jetta had been in the USA. It's an iconic design that can be recognized miles away. Jetta GLI only came in 4 colors, this one being outfitted in the Tornado Red, of course. Sorry, bad joke. I have a friend who's colorblind. That was bad. Available color options on the Jetta GLI were Blue Lagoon, Tornado Red, Platinum Gray, and this Black Magic Pearl. And might I say, it looks fantastic on this thing. This GLI is also equipped with something very cool from the factory, which is these 18-inch BBS alloy wheels. They look absolutely awesome on this thing and are wrapped in quality rubber. These 225/40 series summer performance tires are from the factory. Also from the factory is lowered sports suspension, which give these an awesome stance, but not stancy boy enough. This GLI is lowered on Raceland coils. These BBSs are also spaced out just a tad to complete the look. And if you are looking to mod one of these, I highly recommend going this route because this does sit awesome right here. And that's another great thing about these Volkswagens is the immense aftermarket support available. Especially in the Volkswagen culture, drivers love to customize and make their cars their own, sometimes to unneeded lengths. So adding to the exterior special features of the GLI 20th Anniversary, peeking through those beautiful BBS wheels, you can see the red painted brake calipers that came on the special edition. No, Ant the owner didn't go to the parts store and get some caliper paint and paint those himself. That's a factory feature. And you also get special GLI badges, here as well as here. This elite model of the GLI was also outfitted with the 7-liter, 427 cubic inch, wait a second, I think I might have messed up there. This elite model of the GLI was outfitted with the 1.8 liter turbocharged inline-4 engine, good for 180 horsepower and 173 foot-pounds of torque. This one's breathing a little bit easier due to a muffler delete. And that engine, of course, is mated to this 6-speed manual transmission. And if you're going to have a car like this and you aren't a square, well, it has to be a manual. And while we're in here, let me tell you about just how fantastic a place this interior is to be. The GLI is suited with these Recaro bucket seats, which are absolutely tremendous. They look great, they hold you in place even better, and of course they're embroidered with the red GLI emblem. These are honestly one of my personal favorite features of the car and the owners. Now, all these special edition anniversary GLI models were finished with a black interior with brushed metal trim. It's a nice place to be in here, and you notice right away that the fit and finish is quality. It feels well built. The materials are nice, even the plastics. The build quality in here is impeccable and would make you believe you are in something much more prestigious than a Volkswagen Jetta. You also get in here a perforated leather wrap steering wheel, a leather wrap shift knob with the GLI emblem, and a proper handbrake. None of that electronic doohickey crap in here. Now you can actually kick the ass end out. You also get alloy interior treatments on the pedals and the dead pedals. And if you didn't realize, that radio deck is not factory. That's the Kenwood DPX 502 with Bluetooth, and I'll include a link down in the description below for you to check that out if you want that for your Jetta. Now, because this is a four-door sedan, I am going to have to make a fool of myself more than usual and try to fit in the back. Don't forget, I am 6'5", so me sitting behind myself is virtually impossible unless the driver is all right with me keeping my door open, because if that door were to close, then it would crush my leg. But if you were a normal-sized human being and not a freak of nature like myself, then you probably would be able to fit in here. It still would be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you could make it work. Now we move to the rear trunk space in the Volkswagen Jetta, because this is probably why you bought one of these as opposed to a Golf. For being a small car, this trunk is actually extremely spacious. I had room for 3 tripods and a camera slider that were all very, very long, along with the rest of my camera equipment. But it's very spacious, and you still have room for your ski boots, Sperry boat shoes, clock from the University of New Hampshire, Hawaiian necklace for your celebrations later, a can of Pringles, blankets for cuddling, and even room for these cool sunglasses I found in there. But all you future Volkswagen owners, don't you sweat it. This has plenty of room for all your Juul and vape accessories. And of course, these rear seats do fold down to make more room in the trunk. Now, that 1.8 liter turbocharged inline-4 engine produces 180 horsepower and 173 foot-pounds of torque. That pushes this car from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 6.7 seconds, which is actually not too bad for its time. And it will continue to climb all the way up into 146 miles an hour. Now, the steering feels direct. It's a rack and pinion system, but it could use just a little tiny bit more feel to it. The transmission feels great as well. It's nice and slick, and you know exactly what gear you're in. That has a really good feel to it, and I like the knob on top. Wait a second, that sounded wrong. Ignore that. The shift knob, you sickos. And once you start to push the GLI through some bends, you notice just how solid the chassis feels. Because this has a trunk tacked onto the end, it achieves an almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution. Now, the Raceland coils are a bit stiff, and you definitely know you aren't in a Range Rover, that's for sure. Riding on big 18-inch wheels with low-profile tires, you would think the ride would be a little more jaggy than it is. I'm sure you can see the camera jolting quite a bit up and down. But then again, if you're buying this, you're probably young and you won't have back problems yet. You won't care about the ride anyways, 'cause stance, bro! Never feel good to do it best. It makes a good noise as well, especially with the muffler delete. except when they are tuned to sound like Germany in World War II or me on the toilet after a night at La Carreta. Oof. But the driving position is very, very nice. I am a bigger child at 6'5". I'm fitting relatively well and don't have to put my head through the sunroof to actually see where I'm going. And that is why I believe this is one of the best first cars for a car enthusiast or a non-car enthusiast or someone looking for a cheap build to enter into the car community. These are really solid cars that can be found relatively inexpensive for a lesser model. You can pay a little more and have one of these special editions, which is what I would do. Just think, for the price of one of these, you could have a used Mercedes or a BMW. But at that price, one of those would be a base model with no optional features other than a horn and windshield wipers. With the equivalent here, it'd be loaded and much less expensive to customize and make your own, which is what the majority of people do with these anyways, and good for them. You're not supposed to judge in the car community, right? No judgment. This is a very, very solid car. It makes a good noise, it's fun to drive, it's agile, it's a slow car that's fun to drive fast. And that's sometimes a very good thing to have. So I want to thank you all very much for watching my review on the 2004.5 Volkswagen Jetta GLI 20th Anniversary Edition. Big shout out to my friend Ant for letting me use his car to make this video. You can check him out on Instagram and see the upgrades that he's doing to this at VSlowGLI. That's kind of hard to say on camera, so I'll just put a link in the description down below so you can check him out. VW fans, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Be sure to browse the channel, check out my other videos, and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you guys in the next video. That was a big bump. Happy motoring.